Hello and welcome to anyone watching. In this video I will be discussing the concepts that went into the designing of Iytiax. So to begin with, the language was intended to be designed from a foundation of complete simplicity that would be as eternal as possible. This eternal simplicity was decided to be numbers, since 1 would always equal 1 and math and formula seem to be in everything. After deciding on numbers as a foundation, in order to relate those numbers to language, a theme had to be decided on. This theme ended up being the world and time, along with thought and God. In the language, triangular numbers are used to represent the world and time, because the triangular number sequence can increase from 0 and decrease back to 0. Similar to the creation of the world and eventual return to oblivion. And primary numbers were used to represent thought and God because of their uniqueness. That is, every thought is unique and every part of God is also unique. After these themes were decided on, the amount of numbers needed to be set. The first equality between the triangular and primary numbers were chosen to symbolize that for every part of God there was also an equal part in the world. And after many trials and errors, the current system for the language was realized. To complement the uniqueness of thought, the first difference between the triangular and primary numbers were used, and to imitate the entirety of time, the last similarity between the numbers was used. They were then organized into a grid, each row given a different vowel and each column a different consonant. After that, the grid was mirrored for the roots that would begin with consonants and end with vowels. The sounds of Iytiax are O, I, A, ye, ge, ke, re, ke, ne, je, che, ze, she, le, de, te, de, se, me, be, he, ze, the. Roots are formed by a vowel and a consonant together. It may be noticeable that the only difference between the number of letters in Iytiax and English is the letter Q, which Iytiax does not have a Q. And this means that Iytiax can be written as a modified Roman alphabet that uses C for the ch sound, X for the sh sound, F for the sound, and W for the th sound. Letters were then made from basic shapes and each gave a unique sound. These are then combined with the first sound of the root on top and the second sound on bottom. After the sounds and letters were finished being decided on, words could then be added to the grid. And that will be the topic for the next video, Iytiax roots.